Coming up on News 4 at 5, several of the City of Reno's boards and commissions are being paused while the city reviews their impact. What changes could be coming straight ahead? Plus, families welcome to take part in a special Mother's Day tradition out in Gardnerville. Will Payne joined in on all the fun. He'll join us live in studio with the details next. And we're taking a live look outside. Those gusty winds are picking up just a little bit. We have another round of wind on tap tomorrow. I'll break down your Weather Authority forecast coming up.
This is News 4 at 5.
Hello, everyone. Glad you're with us on this Sunday evening. I'm Anthony Ramos. Well, starting our newscast tonight, firefighters extinguished a barn fire in the Palomino Valley area on Saturday. The structure, located off of Wild Horse Road, caught fire around 5 p.m. Since there were no fire hydrants, crews had to use water shuttles to put out the fire. Teams were able to extinguish it, thankfully, before that fire spread, and no injuries are being reported. Officials are still investigating how the fire was started. And 17 of the City of Reno's advisory boards and commissions are on a 90-day hiatus as the city reevaluates if they're all needed. City Manager Jackie Bryant announcing the change in a memo earlier this month. Boards that are required, such as the Planning Commission, will continue to meet, but the Senior Advisory Board, the Neighborhood Advisory Boards, as well as the Parks Commissions will not. Bryant tells us that this will save staff time as they're already being asked to do more with less during the budget crunch.
Do we still need to do the boards and commissions the way we always have? Should we be doing them differently? Should we be doing them all, or should we combine some of them in some way? So while it is connected, it's really just a pause while we do some analysis to figure out what we need to do going forward.
Meanwhile, the city plans to hold 20 unfilled positions vacant to save money because of the $26 million budget deficit. The vacant jobs include 6 police officer positions. The other cost of cutting measures will go to a final council vote later this month. Well, downtown businesses are bracing for the replacement of the Arlington Street bridges. From now through the summer of 2026, crews will begin replacing the 2 bridges over the Truckee River at Wingfield Park. The bridges are nearly 100 years old, and many city events like Art Town Reno and the Reno River Fest will be moved this summer. Nearby businesses are not expecting the foot traffic they usually see and are worried that the construction project will impact their bottom line.
I'm worried about that. I'm worried about the noise level of the construction too, because our patios are bread and butter. So it's definitely a big adjustment, but we're here, we're open, and yeah, we want everyone to come still enjoy us.
And these are renderings of what the bridges are expected to look like. The project is expected to increase safety for walkers, bicyclists, transit users, and drivers. Northern Nevada Hopes is starting a new program to offer perinatal care. Officials with the Hopes say that the service will expand access to crucial maternal and infant health services, including prenatal, postpartum, behavioral health, and pediatric care. The program will focus on giving support to mothers with histories of substance and opioid abuse. It was funded through an over $700,000 donation from United Healthcare Health Plan of Nevada Medicaid.
We do have a maternal desert. We are in great need. Our prematurity rate for these babes has continued to go up in the state of Nevada. We want to make an impact. We want to do everything we possibly can to offer good maternal care and to the babes within our community, and that couplet care is so vital.
The Northern Nevada Hope Service will be available to mothers from the moment they find out they're pregnant. It'll be open to the public starting in July. Switching gears now, time to check in with our Weather Authority forecast. It is getting a bit breezier out there as we are dealing with another round of windy conditions. Outside right now, we're at 72 degrees here in the biggest little city, upper 60s for Carson, Truckee in the upper 50s, Fallon at a comfortable 82, Winnemucca 78 degrees. Here's a look at some of the current sustained winds. 25 mile an hour sustained winds here in Reno, 23 for Carson, 28 in Dayton, 30 out in Truckee, and 23 down by South Lake Tahoe. Here's a live look at Doppler radar. Not tracking too much, some very light sprinkles across White Pine and parts of Elko County. We're starting to get a little bit more clouds in the area, but where we are, everyone is nice and dry. 7 p.m. we're looking at 65 degrees, 60 by 9 by 11. We're at 59. The breezes will persist throughout the rest of the evening and make a return for tomorrow. Your full Weather Authority forecast is coming up. Well, an annual Mother's Day weekend tradition focused on mixing quality family time with some friendly competition. It'll soon wrap up at Corley Ranch. Will Payne took the trip down to Gardnerville this morning for the second day of the Mother's Day weekend barrel races. He joins us live in studio now with more on the women who make it all happen. Will.
Yeah, thanks, Anthony. You know, when you first think Mother's Day celebrations, your mind may jump to breakfast in bed, writing a heartfelt letter, or even a spa day. But not for Mackenzie, Corley, and their mom, Joni, as they've spent their weekend on the family ranch coordinating a special celebration for all the local barrel racing moms and their kids.
Arena's cleared and the barrels are set. We're going to go with Kirsten Rickenbach on Tater Tot.
The 300-acre Corley Ranch hosts all kinds of events throughout the year, from concerts to weddings to pumpkin patch festivals. But 25-year-old Corley Raper said this weekend in particular means the world.
This Mother's Day barrel race, having all the moms and daughters and sons and family come together and not only compete but enjoy and have a great weekend really means the most to us.
This weekend, Gardnerville's Corley Ranch welcomed over 100 barrel racers for its annual Mother's Day tradition, which was organized by Corley, her sister Mackenzie, and her mom Joni. The two-day competition kicked off on Saturday, but early in the morning Sunday, the racers were raring to go. And after a touching tribute from Corley,
To all the moms out there, thank you. We love you, and this one's for you. Happy Mother's Day.
the main event was underway. The competition kicked off with the Pee Wee racers, moved to the up-and-coming youngsters, and then the moms took center stage. And the three women with Corley Ranch didn't just coordinate the event, they raced too.
I think being able to compete with our family, especially with our mom today, and yesterday she actually beat both of us. So it was quite an experience. It's been a while. She for rodeos, and then she's been having us take the leads, but it's cool to see our mom kick our butt sometimes.
Joni said she's been slowly passing over the day-to-day responsibilities of the ranch to her daughters over the past few years. And after they helped put on another successful Mother's Day barrel race, she couldn't be happier for her kids.
They junior, high school rodeoed, college rodeos, been to the finals, and now I get to compete with them. And oh my gosh, it is so nice to be here with passing the generation on from the ranch to barrel racing and everything to my girls. It's just, I am so proud of them.
Joni told me they've been putting on the Mother's Day barrel races at Corley Ranch for the past 30 years. And based on all the community participation and support they got today, I think they'll keep this holiday tradition going for years to come. Happy Mother's Day, and reporting in studio, I'm Will Payne. Back to you, Anthony.
All right, well, thank you so much. Such a cool story and great family tradition. Well, a local winery was holding a Mother's Day crafts fair and fundraiser today. The event was being hosted by Engine 8 Urban Winery and featured an afternoon full of family-friendly activities, including shopping, food and drinks, and even some live music. The Sparks Police Department was also on site holding a meet and greet with some of its officers and canine partners.
We're out here with the Sparks Police Canine Association this afternoon. They're gracious enough to donate part of the proceeds to our program. It's a nonprofit, 501c3. It basically helps benefit dogs, working police dogs after they retire.
And part of the proceeds raised by the event will benefit the Little Red Truck nonprofit organization that helps those recovering from homelessness. The crafts fair and fundraiser was going on in downtown Sparks from 1 this afternoon, just wrapping up around 5. Well, Northern Nevada Public Health and the Washoe County School District is launching its new Lawn and Garden Exchange project. The collaboration aims to help schools in our area transition from gas-powered lawn and garden equipment to cleaner and more sustainable electric versions. Last September, the NNPH Air Quality Management Division donated $250,000 to help fund this transition. The school board accepted the donation of equipment in October, which included lawnmowers, edgers, trimmers, blowers, and even chainsaws.
Gas-powered lawnmowers and gas-powered equipment operating for 1 hour puts out as much emissions as driving a vehicle for 300 miles. So we wanted to see if there was a way to really make an impact there. And then partnering with the school district was a no-brainer, and helping air quality for students was again just a really positive for us.
And also the NNPH says that the equipment is much quieter, allowing for students to better focus while they are in the classroom. We're taking a live look at Reno Tahoe International Airport. Travelers can get a discount on their next trip to the airport, the Reno Tahoe International Airport is offering $5 vouchers on ride shares in May and in June. To get the discount, travelers just have to use the promo codes when booking an Uber or a Lyft. And for more information, you can head over to renoairport.com. And families dealing with financial difficulties are invited to a free pet wellness clinic. The clinic offers a variety of services for pets, including vaccines, exams, and microchipping, along with much more. Pets will be treated at a first-come, first-served basis, and the clinic is going on next Saturday at St. Vincent's Dining Room off of Valley Road. That's happening between 8 a.m. and noon. All right, now taking a moment to take a look at some of the top stories on our website. Here's what's trending on mynews4.com. One man was injured following a shooting at Baldini's Casino Saturday morning. According to officials, the victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries. The other person involved is cooperating with the investigation. And police officers arrested a man following a standoff in Sun Valley last Tuesday. After 2 hours, Tim Wilson was taken into custody without incident. He faces charges of evading and endangering as well as domestic battery. And finally, the Plumas County Sheriff's Office is investigating human remains that were found last Friday morning. Officials say forensic analysis like DNA testing will be required to identify the individual. To read these stories and other stories, you can head on to our website, mynews4.com. Well, still ahead, the 2025 Regional Championship in track and field were crowned over the weekend. Nevada Sportsnet's Nikki Pica has more from the meet after the break. And we're taking a live look at downtown Reno from our Aces Skycam. It's getting a bit breezier out there. We'll have another round of winds and even some shower chances come Monday and Tuesday. I'll break down your full Weather Authority forecast after the break. Welcome back into News 4 at 5. Well, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the U.S.-China trade talks have made substantial progress. The secretary, speaking after talks concluded in Geneva Sunday, says the Trump administration will share more details tomorrow. And following the first round of talks Saturday, Trump said negotiations had led to a total reset in the trade between the two nations. Last month, Trump raised tariffs on China to 145%, and China retaliated with a 125% duties on all U.S. goods. On Friday, the president suggested that he could cut the tariffs down to just 80%. And Iran and the U.S. held a fourth round of negotiations Sunday after Tehran's rapidly advancing nuclear program. The talks ran for some 3 hours in Muscat, the capital of Oman, which has been mediating the negotiations. Officials say they're planning for additional talks, and the U.S. is seeking to limit Iran's nuclear program in exchange for the lifting sanctions imposed on the Islamic Republic. Trump has repeatedly threatened military action if a deal isn't reached. And Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky responds to Vladimir Putin's proposal to hold direct talks, saying he will be in Turkey to personally negotiate with the Russian leader. His comments come after President Donald Trump insisted Ukraine accept Russia's latest offer of holding direct talks on Turkey Thursday. Meanwhile, the U.S. Senate is considering a bill to impose sanctions on Russia's energy industry and its customers. Senator John Barrasso of Wyoming laid out the details on NBC.
500% tariffs, and their number one and number two customers are China and India, but there are also countries in Europe who are buying energy from Russia. Putin understands strength, not statements. It's time to end the war.
Ukraine, along with European allies, demanded Russia accept an unconditional 30-day ceasefire starting tomorrow before holding talks, but Moscow effectively rejected that proposal and called for direct negotiations instead. All right, switching gears, time to check in with our Weather Authority forecast. We are dealing with some more cloud cover and another round of breezy winds, and those winds are here to stay throughout the night and into tomorrow. I'll show you the wind futurecast in just a moment. I want to show you a beautiful chime-in picture we received from Hasley Kemp, and she's just captioning it Happy Mother Day. Just a beautiful color of flower there. We got some hues of orange and yellow, and of course the beautiful green in the background. Green's my favorite color. Such a beautiful chime-in picture. And then in the spirit of Mother's Day, I have to give a special Mother's Day shout out to my mother, Amber. remember, this is my biggest supporter, my biggest inspiration. She keeps me going, and of course, she is my best friend. Mom, happy Mother's Day to you, and happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers in Northern Nevada and, of course, across the region. And just happy Mother's Day. So, outside right now, we are starting to get some more of those clouds. It's starting to get even more breezy. We've seen wind gusts up in the 30s. They're expected to continue throughout the rest of the night. Outside right now, we're at 72 degrees, winds sustained out of the west at 25 miles an hour, and some current conditions across the area. Again, 72 here in Reno, 68 in Carson, down by the lake just 60 degrees, and 50s in those areas surrounding the lake out to the east of town. A range of temperatures from 69 out in Fernley to 77 in Silver Springs, 76 in Yerington, 82 degrees currently out in Fallon. So here's a look at those gusty conditions outside. We saw the winds sustained in the 20s. These are the gusts out there. We're gusting up to 41 miles an hour here in Reno, 44 in Virginia City, 40 for Carson, 45 down by the lake, and those gusts are going to continue throughout the rest of the evening, dying down into the 20s as we make our way through the evening, but they're going to be quickly ramping back up, especially throughout the day tomorrow. By 9 o'clock a.m., wind gusts of up to 32 miles an hour are back on the board, 40s by the afternoon, and because of that, we're still under a wind advisory. All of these areas in tan, this will be in effect until Monday at 5 o'clock a.m. I anticipate it getting extended a little bit, but tomorrow's breezes are not expected to be as gusty as they were today. This includes down by South Lake Tahoe, as we could see wave heights between 2 and 5 feet. Recreation's not recommended throughout the day today and throughout the day tomorrow. So here is a live look at Doppler radar. We're not tracking too much shower activity, just some light sprinkles across parts of Elko and White Pine County. And again, we're starting to see those clouds kind of move into our area, but everybody is nice and dry. We do have the potential for a pop-up shower or two tomorrow, and then a little bit more moisture on Sunday. Shower chances are going to stay down by South Lake Tahoe in the morning and early afternoon, as well as over some of those passes. We're looking at a mix of rain and snow. No accumulation, but travel, it'll be windy, so travel might be a bit tricky as the winds are blowing the car, shaking it, and then of course some of the slick roads, but again, no accumulation expected. By the evening time, we have about a 20% chance to see some moisture here in Reno. That'll wrap around and bring us another chance of moisture throughout the day on Tuesday before pushing out towards the east, or leaving us with a beautiful week ahead. Temperatures will drop a little bit Monday and Tuesday before they start to warm up. We're at 46 overnight, mostly clear and windy. We could still see those gusts again persisting throughout the night. Here's the Reno 10-day forecast. 61 degrees for your Monday, 20% chance of showers, 60 for Tuesday with another 20% chance before we start to warm things back up. And here's Tahoe's 10-day, 48 for Monday with a 30% chance of snow, 50% for Tuesday before we dry out and warm up.
Sports is sponsored by Legends Bay Casino and Circa Sports in Sparks.
It's the end of the 2025 Regional Track and Field Championships down here at Douglas High School, where the winners of the North were crowned over the weekend.
It's so much more having, having made it my goal for a long time and not reaching it the first 2 years that I had it be my goal. And to finally reach that moment, I think it means so much more than if I had just gotten it the first time that I had set the goal to be regional champion.
I came out here and I saw regionals as a stepping stone just to defend the state title. I'm another step closer to defending my state title, and even though I didn't break any records today, I'm happy with the time. I say this all the time, we're sprint high school,
I was so happy. I knew we were going to win. I felt confident in my team, but just setting that new school record, a time that I know we can get, it just felt great.
A school record that's been held for almost 10 years or 11 years now, and it's been all season that we've been trying to get it, and we finally got it.
I put in the work so much, and especially this year. I know I won state last year, but this one's a little different. I didn't win regionals last year, and it feels good to finally have a region title with me, and hopefully get back-to-back next week for state.
Last year, I got second place in all my events, which is great, but it was just a little hard. So now coming back from that, it feels great. It just means a lot, all the hard work I put in.
We worked hard and we got to where we wanted to be, so I'm happy with how it turned out. Yeah, I'm just so happy that we made it. This is like our first go as a team, and we put in the work this week, and I think it really came through today.
Next for these kids, the state championship, where the top finishers at regionals will head down south to compete for Nevada state titles. Reporting from Douglas High School in Minden, I'm Nikki Pica, Nevada Sportsnet.
All right, Nikki, thank you so much. When we return, astronomy enthusiasts will be looking at the sky for a special phase of the moon. when the flower moon will be visible after the break. And here's a live look outside from our GSR Skycam. Don't forget you can find the latest news and headlines on our website, mynews4.com, and of course across our social media pages. We'll be right back.
For us, the last known American hostage set to return to the U.S. soon. Could the release lead to a pause in fighting? And you know her on the radio as Delilah, but she's a mother on a mission to spread inspiration and hope. Ahead on Nightly News.
Well, finally at 5, if you want to do some moon gazing, Sunday and Monday night will be a perfect time to watch May's full moon, known as the flower moon. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later tonight for News 4 at 11.